Good morning, class. This is Rupali Memane, Assistant Professor, Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Camp. In today's lecture, we will see what are packages in Java. We will see some built-in packages. We will also see what are user-defined packages, and we will learn some built-in packages java.lang, math, and java.util random. So to begin with today's session, we will see what is a Java package. Package is a group of similar types of classes, interfaces and subpackages which are stored together as a group. Packages in Java can be categorized in two forms. One is built-in package and one is user-defined package. There are many built-in packages with Java support. For example, java.lang, java.awt, java.util, java.io, java.sql, etc. You also have Swing and AWT packages which are built-in packages which can be used to create user-defined interfaces. So to begin with, now what are packages used for? So packages allows us to prevent naming conflict. For example, there can be two classes with the name employee, two packages. So if you want to separate those, I can use it with the package. Now here you have employees are a part of staff, it is a part of college, but if you want to separate the employee, with this I can separate it in two different packages. So for example, college.staff.csc and employee, college.staff.ee and employee. It is used to make searching, locating and usage of classes, interfaces, enumerations and annotations easier. It also provides controlled access, protected and default have package level access. So protected member is accessible by the class or the package in which the class is included. A default member is accessible by classes in the same package only. Packages can be considered as the concept of data encapsulation or data hiding, which is the basic important feature of the object-oriented programming language. Now, what are the packages we have seen? You have the user-defined package and you have the inbuilt or the predefined built-in packages. So, what is built-in package? So, let's see some built-in packages. Now, these packages consist of large number of classes which are a part of Java API. For example, you have java.lang. It contains language support classes which are used to define primitive data types. Then you have java.io which contain classes for supporting input and output operation. Then you have java.util which contains utility classes which are used to implement data structures like linked list, dictionary, support and data type operations. You have java.applet which contains classes when you are going to do applets. Then java.awt, that is classes for implementing the components which are used for graphical user interfaces. For example, like button, menu bar, scroll bar, etc. Then you have java.net which contains classes which are going to support for networking operations. We will be doing all these packages when we do in the next sessions or when you are going to do practicals in Java. So Java package can be subdivided in lang, util and awt. Now lang, what is lang? System.class or string.class. Util will give you the collections. So arraylist.class, map.class. So when we did collections, we have to first import it java.util. So it will include the collection classes. Then you have AWT. So AWT will give me all the components. That is your button class, your string class, your graphics class, everything. Then what are user-defined packages? These packages are defined by the user. First we create a directory, my package. The name should be the same as the name of the package. Then we create my class inside the directory with the first statement being the package name. So for example, the package keyword is used to create a package. So let's say here we have created my pack. So with the keyword which is preceding it, call the package. Then I create a class simple. I call the main method and I just give a system output, that is welcome to package. Now how do you compile the packages? To compile you write java-d simple.java. Then you run java mypack.simple. So you run the java with the class name. Before that you write the package name and you get the output welcome to package. The -d, so to compile we write java-d.simple.java. and you run with the Java interpreter. You write the class name, before that you write the package name. So you write Java mypack.simple and you will get the output as welcome to package. Now the dash D is a switch that tells the compiler where to put the class file, that is, it represents the destination. Now how do you access the package? There are various ways. You can just say import package.star, or you can say import package.classname, or you write a fully qualified name. Now let's see some built-in packages, that is java.util random class in Java. It is used to generate pseudo random numbers in Java. This class provides various methods to call different random types such as float, double or int. Now what are the constructors? You have a random which creates a new random number generator. Then you have random long seed. It will create a new random number using a single long seed. Then what are the methods on the random class? You have java.util. So java.util is the package which is in the Java class. So doubles is the method. This method will return an effectively unlimited stream of pseudo random double values, each between 0 inclusive and 1. So syntax will be public double stream doubles. It returns stream of pseudo random double values. Then if I want to return the int random numbers, I write ints method. So java.util random.ints. It returns the integer type. So this is the syntax, public int stream ints. It returns a pseudo random int. If I want to return longs, then we have the package util.random.longs and the longs method. The next built-in package is java.lang.math class in Java. The math class method helps to perform the numeric operations like square, square root, cube, cube root, exponential and trigonometric operations. This class also provides several methods to work on math calculation like min function, max, average function, sine function, cosine, tan, round function, ceil function, floor, abs, etc. Proceeding further, these are some methods of the lang.math class. You have the absolute ABS function which returns the absolute value. You have a cos which returns the arc cosine value, a sine which returns the arc sine value, CBRT function which returns the cube, floor which returns the floor value, hypot function returns the hypotenuse of a right triangle on passing the triangle's base and perpendicular as arguments, the log function which returns the logarithmic value, and the ceil function returns the smallest possible value. So to summarize today's lecture, we have seen what are packages in Java, what are the built-in packages. We also saw the user-defined packages, and we saw some predefined packages, that is java.langmath and java.util random.did. For this lecture, I have taken the references from these sites. So till then, see you in the next lecture. Thank you.